Hey guys, happy Monday. This weekend I had Indian food for the first time and it was wonderful, but you know when you go to a Chinese restaurant, it's like Americanized Chinese food, so this is Americanized Indian food, but it was still really good and it comes out in this tiny little bowl and I was like, $10 for this. But then I only ate a third of it and I was really full, so I got 3 meals out of it, so that was sweet because I'm broke. I just finished my first week of training. So we are on these little things called journey teams, and it's not the team that we're going to serve at schools with. So it's a lot of different people. It's like 15 kids. They're a lot of fun. I really love my team. We all hit it off really well. You play lots of team building games. There's one called Jedi where you all stand in a circle. One person's in the middle and their sole purpose is to get out of the middle. As a person on the outside of the circle, you make eye contact with someone on the other side, and you use the force to determine whether or not you're going to switch places. So you run for it, but then there's that moment where you think you have a connection and they don't feel it, so you start going and they don't, and one of you gets your spot taken, or there's like 10 groups going at once. So there's just collisions everywhere and it's a disaster, but it's wonderful. There's another circle game called Wah. You have this thing called the Wah, and when you throw it, you say wah, kind of like ninja-esque. And then to catch it, you have to say wah, and then the two people next to you cut in sideways and say wah, and it's like a rhythm. So it's like wah, 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 and then you throw it, and if you're late or you don't attack when you're supposed to, or you hesitate, that sort of thing, then you're out. So the circle gets smaller and smaller, and it gets more and more intense. It comes down to 2 people left, and you don't actually want to be one of the 2 people left, because then you have to do this thing called a vegetable off. You stand back to back like a duel, and then as we say 1, 2, 3, you take steps away from each other, and then on 3 you turn around and we call out a vegetable. So we did things like yam, which are kind of like sweet potatoes, I've learned. I think they're exactly the same except some are tropical and some aren't. Or we did seaweed, and you have to act out the vegetable, and then we vote on whoever we think acted it out better. We also played Ninja, but I really sucked at it because we played your entire forearm gets you out, and I'm used to just the hand slapping, so it was pretty bad. I'm sorry my camera keeps shaking. I'm sitting on my bed. I decorated my wall. A lot of stuff keeps falling down, and it's not very secure, so things crash on me while I sleep. Some people came over today, and I made banana chocolate chip muffins from scratch, and they're so good because it says half a cup of chocolate chips, so I stand there with the half cup and just pour chocolate chips on, and they overflow over top, and it's just filled with gooey wonderfulness. I'm applying to colleges. You guys already went through this, and you're like, oh, no big deal, I'm in college. Well, it sucks, because I'm already working 9+ hours a day, and then once I start actually going in schools, it's going to be longer than that because I have to commute further, so I'm going to come home and I'm going to be exhausted. I've been going to bed at like 10 o'clock. It's ridiculous. One of the things they said was, yeah, when you're filling out applications, your social life is going to crawl under a rock and die. You guys are all moving into college and stuff this week, so that means you guys have to start posting videos soon instead of me just sitting here talking to myself. You need to respond on Facebook. Make sure you respond to all the vote things so that I can get the chart going. I miss you guys. I'll see you Monday.